Is green your absolute favorite color? Do you happen to main Ivern in League of Legends? Is Shrek the best anime of all time? If you answer yes to any of these questions, then y'all are in for a surprise today. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Deck Cooking. JCito TCG here in my very wrinkly shirt, and today we are covering none other than the Green Queen herself, Ogerpon EX, a deck that is seemingly coming out of nowhere to blast the meta and send Dragapult packing harder than I am. So without further ado, let's send your opponents a quick all ogre message and dive right into a deck profile for this green deck. But before we start, a quick word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by me. That's right, because I can't get actual sponsors. Anyways, if you guys like my type of content, make sure to like and subscribe to the video and check out the Twitch stream. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do a ton of fun stuff, play some wacky decks, and give away so many free things. In the last 6 months, we have given away over 50,000 codes to viewers, so if that's your type of thing, make sure to check us out. It's a lot of fun and we always have a blast. But anyways, enough from me. I will see you guys there. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's dive into a deck profile for Ogerpon. So honestly, a lot of things have changed in the past 2 weeks because I took absolutely forever to update this video. We had the special event Bologna, we also had the Japan Championships, and as of recording today, we have NAIC going on. So I'm going to quickly briefly touch over some of the changes that have happened with Teal Mask Ogerpon, why I still think it is probably one of the best decks to come out of Twilight Masquerade and may still be in contention for best deck in format. So Teal Mask Ogerpon, of course, made an absolute splash on release. However, it's pretty much clear now that the best pairing for Ogerpon is none other than Raging Bolt EX. This deck has absolutely torn through the ladder in PTCGL and got multiple top 10 finishes at the massive Japan Championships tournament. And the reason why it's so dang good is just because it has all the hallmarks of a really great deck. Ogerpon, of course, has the Teal Dance ability, which allows you to not only accelerate energy onto itself, but also draw a card for every energy that you are able to do so. So you can accelerate it on the bench, on the active. You can have multiple Ogerpons all doing this every single turn. And you also pair it with Raging Bolt as your primary attacker. Raging Bolt, of course, being no stranger to the meta, having the previous pairing with Sandy Shocks. However, Ogerpon is basically just Sandy Shocks, but better. It can also attack and serve as a secondary attacker, and there is no condition to the amount of prize cards your opponent has to take before you can actually activate Teal Mask Ogerpon's ability. And you also are able to get draw support as well. So I mean, these two are a match made in heaven. The basic strategy is to get a bunch of Ogerpons, heal dancing every single turn, getting energies onto your Ogerpons, and then using Raging Bolt's attack, Bellowing Thunder, to discard those energies on your Ogerpon and do a ton of damage. Basically, with 5 energy discarded, you can do 350 damage, which is enough to knock out pretty much anything in the meta right now. On top of this, you of course still have your Sada Vitality as your main, or I guess as your secondary way to accelerate energy and get draw power as well. And so you're really sitting pretty. Beyond this, you also have Radiant Greninja as well as your Mew EX, 4 cards to give you draw support in the case, for example, you get Unfair Stabbed or Iono or Roxanne. Mew EX and Raging Greninja will be super helpful getting you out of a pinch. And you also have the Cornerstone Ogerpon EX card that has Cornerstone stance, which allows you to, take no damage from any Pokemon with abilities, so Charizard can't damage you, but you also have Shred on the Demolish, so you can go through stuff like Mimikyu and a single prize attacker in Sandy Shocks, Baby Sandy Shocks with the Magnetic Burst attack, which does 90 for only a single energy, which is really, really good for a single prizer. So overall, like, this deck is just really strong. You have all the answers to a lot of the meta decks right now, and you have the hallmarks of a great deck in energy acceleration, consistency, and draw support. And all these things make the deck a really strong tier 1, also combined with the fact that it just hits really, really hard. Now, the other deck that I'm going to briefly touch on, just because I really like playing it, in my opinion, it's definitely not like up there. It's kind of a fringe deck, but that is Sinisha Ogerpon. This one came to my attention because a friend of mine, Rotom TCG, also a streamer and YouTuber, came up with this deck, and it uses Sinistra EX as the, I guess like a backup attacker with that Reaver ability. Obviously, Teal Mask Ogerpon will burn through a lot of energy, especially if you are trading with Ogerpon as your primary attacker. You know, it's going to have a lot of energy on itself in order to actually attack Myriad Leaf Shower and do meaningful damage. And so when you do trade, you are going to get a lot of energy in your discard pile. Sinistra EX allows you to actually put damage counters for every single energy you have in your discard pile and then shuffle the energy back in. So you would basically never lose to any mill matchup because you can always get the energy back. Sinistra is quite strong in itself. It's kind of a funny deck build. It's definitely not tier 1 up there, but I quite enjoy playing it. The cool thing is it also can be blocked by stuff like Jirachi or Manaphy because you are putting damage counters and it is not a basic. And the other cool thing in this deck is you also have the Weird Deer V as a backup attacker. So in the case your opponent has some super tanky Pokemon, let's say they have Dragapult with Cape on it with 400 something HP, you can use Weird Deer V with the Frontier Road, get all the energy on your Teal Mask Ogerpons and swap it onto it as your attacker and then knock it out in one hit. Of course, this is most likely going to be a Kamikaze charge, where it will most likely get traded because it only has 220 HP. However, it is basically a glass cannon ready to do a ton of damage if you play it from your hand and activate that Frontier Road ability. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some games with these two decks. I will be focusing mainly on Raging Bolt Ogerpon because I do think it is BDIF. It's got 8% meta share as of recording at NAIC, so I'm excited to see if it does end up winning it. I think that if it does win NAIC, it will definitely be the best deck in the format. So we're going to be definitely looking at those and seeing what happens this weekend. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, hopping into our first game here with the Raging Bolt Ogerpon variant. Like I said earlier, I do think that it's probably one of the strongest decks available in format, and I'm thinking with good consensus, I do believe it is probably the best deck released in Twilight Masquerade. I think that Blissey has fallen off a little bit. I think that Dragapult, people are still trying to figure out what the best pairing is. Again, very excited to see how the NAIC does end up concluding. I don't know necessarily if Ogerpon is going to be the best deck in format. I think that is solidly in Lugia's court, but I do think that Ogerpon is definitely high up there as a tier 1 deck. Okay, so I do have to end up taking a mulligan here. Not bad for me. Putting a Raging Bolt in the active as well as the Ogerpon on the bench. Totally fine with that. Now, I pretty much... this is a really good scenario for me here. I have... okay, so I am playing against... Okay, so I see Munkidori as well as Snorunt, which is likely going to be Frostlass. So we're going to see what they are playing here. Could it be a... Oh, interesting! Okay, very interesting. This is the Arcanine deck that attacks with... Okay, so interesting. We will see how this works. I've seen a variation of this. I've seen a couple of videos on this already. I have not played against it yet. So we will see if it's actually any good. Very, very interesting. So it's the Arcanine deck with Munkidori and Frostlass just stacking up a ton of damage on me over time. So we are going to see how this ends up playing. What do I want here on turn 1? Honestly, it's probably the Squawkabilly, yeah? Yeah, I'm probably going to have to squawk my hand away. I think that's probably my best bet course of action here. I will drop the squawk here. I'm going to go ahead and just Sada anyways. I need the energy attached if I want to attack. And I will go ahead and do this too. Put this down here as well. Throw the Bravery Charm here on this. Oh my goodness. When will I get a good time to squawk? No. Let's just actually not get it. We will Pokégear. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and squawk and seize here. My hand's gonna get thrown out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Perfect. I do end up finding the fighting energy that I was looking for. So I can just go ahead and attack. Do I want to throw a Mew here? Or is it a liability that I don't actually need? It might just be a liability that I don't need. So we'll just throw this on here. We will go ahead and also do this. I think at one point I will want to bring up the single prize attacker. The single prize onto my bench is single prize Sandy Shocks. Because I will likely have to trade. Shoot, I probably shouldn't have done it now. Because they do have the Munkidori to throw damage back at me. But, you know, whatever. They're not going to have any damage to throw. We're going to go ahead and Bellowing Thunder here. I only need a single energy discard to do the damage I need to knock out. So we'll go ahead and do that. I do end up striking first, which is perfect. I will have a ton of Frostlasses to contend with, though. So that is going to be kind of annoying The good thing is their Frostlasses will do damage to their Munkidori as well. However, the Munkidori will end up throwing it back at me with Adrenabrain. That's going to be a little bit annoying. And okay, so they will... Yeah, so basically how this deck works is they end up getting damage on their Munkidori, which allows them to activate Proud Fangs and attack for free and throw damage back at me every single turn. It's annoying. This deck, in theory, works pretty decently against me because it has a bunch of single prizers, so of course it will take me a while to end up winning. Meanwhile, they're stacking damage onto my Ogerpons every single turn, so it can be pretty annoying. So we'll see if it ends up working out, because I will be taking a lot of damage on my Ogerpons every single turn. So again, there's the Freezing Shroud. They're stacking damage onto their Munkidoris, which does mean that they will eventually be able to knock me out. So this is going to be a tough one. I did throw out my boss, which does kind of suck. Hopefully I get another boss here. That would be super helpful. One more boss maybe. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to start targeting. So there's two things I can target. Like, obviously I can go for the Munkidoris, but I feel like the Frostlasses are what I really need to focus on. Frostlasses, of course, are going to be the ones that are stacking energy, stacking damage onto my Ogerpons. So we will go ahead and get rid of the Frostlasses, and of course they take longer for them to set up more Frostlasses on their bench. So we will go ahead and Bellowing Thunder here. Actually, we will Teal Dance first, get some more draw support onto my Ogerpons. And I can, of course, Energy Retrieval here as well and do the same thing again. The one thing is I do not have another Raging Bolt to set up for an attack, which is a little bit concerning, but it's fine. We will just Bellowing Thunder here, get the energy off my Ogerpon, and start swinging. Oh, wait! I made a mistake! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, my brain is so tiny. I forgot Frostlass has more than 70 HP. Wow, that I might have thrown the game. Oh my god, cut the tape! Cut the tape! Take it on YouTube! Okay, I am griefing. My brain is just fried. I want to chalk it up to like first game of the day, but that was the biggest mistake I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to include this in the YouTube video as proof that I am trash at this game. My goodness gracious me. If you are watching this right now, comment down below how dumb I am. You go Oranguru Brain or something. Comment Oranguru Brain in chat because that's what I deserve it. I deserve it. Oh my god, that was such a massive misplay. The one thing is, however, they do need to attach to their Frostlass now in order for them to actually retreat. So I guess that's copium. That's copium. I am copium so hard. Wow, what a massive, insane misplay by me. I don't know exactly what was going through my head. Maybe I thought that like I had Sandy Shocks would do 90 damage or something. That was just crazy. So they're just gonna attack with the Arcanine here. They're gonna Adrenabrain and attack with Arcanine. My goodness gracious me, like what am I doing? That was just horrendous. Honestly, I think if I do lose this, I absolutely deserve it. Because this was just insanely bad by me. They will end up Adrenabraining twice. Oh my gosh, what was I on? And the Frostlass is gonna start just stacking up damage again. Every single turn, 20 damage. Every single turn, 20 damage. It's just crazy by me. Oh my gosh. I am tilted. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this out this time, but like, my goodness gracious me. I should be banned from playing Pokemon. Because it was just that bad. Wow, what am I doing today? I didn't even check my discard either. This is just a really bad play by me overall. So, I guess I knocked this out. But like, seriously, I need to wake up! I need to wake up! It's just, crazy. Alright, we're gonna knock this out. This time I did the math correctly. And it's just a race of prizes. I mean, like, at some point, they're gonna knock out all the things on my bench, and I'm gonna be in big trouble. I am going to be in really big trouble. I wonder if... Does Jirachi block moving damage counters? I actually don't know. That's a question that I probably should know, but I don't. It's crazy. But it's good to see this type of deck be viable in play. Like, you know, obviously with Ice Scan as well, being able to actually see play is pretty cool. Yeah, I think this deck is a loss. I think this game is a loss because I misplayed that so hard. I mean, this Frostlass has already brought immense value. It's already done, what, like 4 damage checkups for, you know, 4 Pokemon on my bench. It has done, what, 80 damage worth of value already? That's crazy. No, more than 80 damage worth of value. Ay. It's done, wow, yeah, no, it's done 120 damage worth of value already by itself. That is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. And I am in a spot where I feel like I might actually be cooked here. I don't know how I'm gonna, they're throwing damage every single turn. Did they even Adrenabrain there? They didn't even have to. This is quite a sad way to lose. I talk about BDIF and I get wrecked by this. Oh, yoy. Well, this is more embarrassing than I would like to admit. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously, what? It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. I didn't attach to this, did I? Am I griefing? Did I seriously attach to that? I swear I didn't. Oh, yoy. I didn't. I must have. I misclicked and attached to the wrong thing. Okay, I mean, I will be able to trade it, thankfully, but oh my god, I can't trade it because I attached. Yeah, you know what? You know what? This is a scoop. This is definitely a scoop. I'm gonna play out this turn. We're gonna put this in the video because yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. We're gonna try this again. Alrighty, let's hop into a game after that completely embarrassing loss that I don't even want to talk about. Listen, I always joke about playing better on, you know, off camera, you know, off stream. I have no excuse. I was not streaming at all and I still played like a complete clown. Some clown makeup on my face here would be great. That was bad. So we're gonna try again. We are playing against Roaring Moon. I have not seen Roaring Moon in a long time, so this is interesting. Ogerpon actually hits your weakness against Roaring Moon, so, you know, honestly, I am definitely not sad about that. Wow, it is actually straight. I thought it could have been Lost Box or something. No, it is straight up Roaring Moon. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We will see how this ends up playing out. I mean, could be cool. This guy's deck is really blinged out, so they know what they're doing. I mean, they're only missing the SIRs for max rarity on the Roaring Moons. Okay, so they're obviously Roaring Moon Darkrai, huh? I wonder in this matchup if I should be relying on my Ogerpon to attack instead. This is interesting. They're gonna Squawk and Seize here. Get another full hand. This is very interesting indeed. Alright, Nest Ball as a condition here. Will it be enough? Squawkabilly. There's the Mew. This guy is drawing through half their deck in one turn. No joke. Alright, they failed their Nest Ball. Interesting. They didn't even check what they had. Oh, they're just filling Nest Ball for the Mew. That makes sense. But they're actually drawing like 10 million cards in one turn. They're using so many resources, so maybe I can punish them. Another Roaring Moon onto the bench, and an Ancient Booster Capsule, makes sense. Pokemon Catcher, okay. Failed, okay. And there goes the Mew. Actually, a straight up, they went through 20 cards in one turn. Pokemon Catcher again. This time successful. Okay, alrighty. This time successful. Okay, wow, that was a lot of moves in one turn. Let's go ahead and Earthen Vessel. Man, this is kind of rough because I don't want to Iono them, but at the same time, I feel like I have to. Like, there's not really much I can do here. I kind of have to Iono them here. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we get from the top deck. We'll see what we get here from the top deck. We'll Teal Dance into this. Energy Retrieval does not do anything for me here, so I will end up just... I could go this, retreat, using this, bring up the Raging Bolt. Oh no, that was so stupid. That was so dumb. What am I doing? No, that didn't make any sense at all. And my idea was a Sada here, but I realized how dumb that was after I did it. Well, Earthen Vessel here. Do this. Drop the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. I don't really need it here. This is fine. Will my Raging Bolt survive? Probably, right? Nah, probably not. Maybe it won't survive. Well, concealed cards here, I think, would be good. There we go. Another one of this, but not really what I'm looking for. Fail on that kind of sucks. You know, this is gonna be interesting next turn. Do I even want to Burst Roar here? 1 retreat cost, 2 retreat cost. Sure, let's just maybe Darkrai, I guess. We will just do that, I guess. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? I should actually be reported to proper authorities. I did that just so I could, like, you know what? We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I don't even, you know what? I don't even know what I'm doing, but it is what it is. That's fine. I don't think my opponent can do much this turn anyways, so we should be okay. Sometimes I sit here and wonder to myself, am I the worst PCGL player in existence? Oftentimes the answer is yes, possibly. I probably should have promoted the Ogerpon, actually, so that I could just take the knockout, because it does hit for weakness. So that would have been good. Also, my phone has been going off the entire video, so please forgive me for that. They end up restarting here for 1. Doesn't really do much. They do not have a lot of draw support on their side of the field. They're gonna just Pokestop here. And they end up discarding a Sada as well as a Darkrai V-Star. So I am hella happy about that one. Oh, I guess they had a Sada in hand anyway, so it didn't matter. They had a Sada in hand anyway, so it did not matter. Well, welp. Well. Can I have a Sada in hand too? They Dark Patch. And I think my Radiant Greninja is probably going to get knocked out here. I think. Potentially. Oh, never mind. Actually, it won't. Yeah. Okay, we're actually good. That's perfect. Hey, not bad. Nest Ball. Just what the doctor ordered. Psych. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. Teal Mask Ogerpon here on the Teal Dance. Pull this out. Another Teal Mask Ogerpon. I guess that's okay. But seriously, not having a... This does not do it. What the heck? This does 220, so we're getting Bravery Charm this actually. And I just really don't wanna. I really don't want to. I really don't want to give them an Iono. Seriously. I just don't. I just don't. But there's no other way for me to get, like... Ah, the fail. There is nothing I can do. Kind of rough. I mean, you know what? Screw it. Screw it! We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do this. I don't think I have any other switching options other than manual attach retreat, which is just so sad because why the heck did I put Greninja in the active spot? Like, what am I doing? Maybe I just like losing. Maybe I just enjoy losing. That's actually what I enjoy. Winning, not me. Couldn't be me. You know what? You know what? We'll leave it at that. Take my Greninja. I dare you. Again, them only having 3 cards in hand. Not bad. They're probably going to play something and restart. Can they continue perpetuating draw support? I mean, their bench is pretty scary though. And I only have a boss's orders to do anything about it. Trekking shoes is helpful for them. They will likely trekking shoes here. Yep, there goes that. They're at the Pokemon catcher. What do they have? Carmine. Okay. They end up getting the Carmine, which means they can't Sada this turn, which I'm okay with. All right, let's map this out. Basically, this is going to be a prize race. Whoever takes the first knockout is going to win. So I need to somehow plan my knockouts strategically. And I think I want to rely on my Teal Mask Ogerpon to attack instead of my Roaring Moons. My Roaring Moons are a backup. Also, like, they only have 6 cards left in their deck. Somehow, we haven't... Six cards left, and neither of us have taken a knockout. That's actually hilarious. What do they got? What do they got? They have no Gust Way. They have no Gust option. Unless they have a Prime Catcher, which they could very well have. But we will see. Do they have energy to attach? They do. Are they going to retreat here or knock me out? Okay, so they are going to evolve the Darkrai V-Star here. I mean, Dark Pulse is going to do a ton of damage. For sure. But... And they're going to restart. They have... Mate, you got 3 cards in your deck. You know what? The more I think about this, the more non-jokingly I want to put a Great Tusk Mill into this deck. Just because this guy has 3 cards left in their deck. Just imagine a surprise Great Tusk Mill out of nowhere. Okay, they're going to go for the knockout here. That is fine. I mean, I saw that coming. We will do this. We will Teal Dance. And we will Bing Chill. Okay. Pokégear. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. Pokégear fail. Alright, Pokestop. Come on. Come on. That is not what I was looking for, but it is what it is. Let's get some energy cards in here. I'll do this as well. Manual attach is the best I can do. We'll Teal Dance here. Throw this out. Okay, we got a Pal Pad. We'll bring my Sadas back here as well. They probably have an Iono, right? There's no way. Alright, we'll just go for the knockout. I mean, they now have 2 cards in their hand after this turn, so I mean, it's gonna be... They are playing a dangerous game. They are playing a dangerous game indeed. And I am in a pretty good spot. I mean, they're gonna have to use their Frenzy Gouging if they want to knock me out, because I have 260 HP. So I'm really okay with that. And I'm gonna trade back with the Raging Bolt the next turn. And then they will trade again, and then I'm gonna trade again for the win. Should be the plan, because they are on uneven prizes. I'm not gonna put a single prizer on my bench. Yeah, they're just gonna Frenzy Gouging here. Makes perfect sense to me. That makes perfect sense to me, but I'm just gonna trade with the Raging Bolt. I only need 2 discards to get the knockout on this. So that is what I am going to do. Bug Catching Set, Heart of the Cards would be pretty cool here. Yo, I am beginning to believe that Bug Catching Set is the most worthless. How the heck did I get nothing again? That is rough. Do I want to Pokestop here? I feel like I don't. You know what? I feel like, you know, maybe I should. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Let's check. What do I have left in my deck here? I have no more energies. Oh shoot. I do have Sada and I do have Energy Retrieval, so that might be okay. But no more energies is kind of bad. Let's sure, whatever. Let's just restart here. Restart. Ooh, a boss's orders. I think what I do here, that could be dangerous. Do I do that? Yeah, I think that what I do here is I actually boss this. There's a Sada. I could go, and then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But do I have another switch on them? They could potentially block me, like lock me up so that I can't do anything. They could potentially boss trap me here is the big problem I have to worry about. I can boss this and knock it out instead. What if I boss trap them? No. Let's boss this and knock it out. 1, 2, that's 140. 1, 8, 210. We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. This is fine. This looks good to me. Here you have there we go. And so now, if they want to knock me out, they have to Frenzy Gouging, they lose. I think that was fine. And I get the Energy Retrieval and I have Sada in hand. I'm perfect. I'm chilling. I am chilling. Yeah, I should be good here. They Carmine? What? Wait, they had Prime Catcher. They could have boss trapped me, actually. They could have boss trapped me. I mean, they wouldn't have won, but they could have boss trapped me. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's end this game. GG's to my opponent. I do think that the deck isn't as good. I think that Roy, I'm going to see better days.
But finally we get one good game. We finally get one good game. I've spent hours recording today, losing so many games. It's kind of embarrassing, but we finally get one good game here. GG's to my opponent. Dang, that was closer than it should have been just because I misplayed. But hey, misplaying is my middle name. We get the knockout and we finally pull the win. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, wrapping things up here. Let me know what you guys think of Roaring Moon Ogerpon. If you guys think it's the best deck in format. I think that I misplayed. I think that I probably didn't do the best representation of how good this deck can be, because when this deck is getting up and running, it is so ridiculously oppressing. When your opponent has 3 Ogerpons on their bench, always refreshing them with new cards, always energy accelerating, and the Raging Bolt has all the tools to knock stuff out in one hit, it's a really oppressive deck. I think that I'm just a bad pilot, but either way, let me know what you guys think. If it is BDIF, if it could edge out Lugia, of course, with NAIC going on, I'm excited to see what ends up taking it all. Will Raging Bolt do well again in the North American meta as it has been doing in Japan? But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and good luck as always on the ladder. Peace!